Secretary of State John Kerry has completed his trip to Israel and the Palestinian territories. It's his third such trip in the last 2 weeks, suggesting the Obama administration is keen to push ahead with efforts to rekindle the peace process. By resurrecting and reworking a past initiative, the Secretary hopes to create a climate in which the Israelis and the Palestinians are both keen to move forward. Secretary Kerry is certainly pushing hard. Acting as the middleman, he's listening to both leaderships and hasn't yet articulated a way through the impasse. But meeting with Israeli President Shimon Peres, Mr. Kerry said he thought peace was achievable.
I would say to everybody, I have no illusions about difficulties. We've seen them. But you have to believe in the possibilities to be able to get there, and you and I believe in them, and I am convinced that there is a road ahead.
Like President Obama's trip last month, this was billed as a listening tour. Even so, US officials have confirmed they're looking at reusing parts of the 2002 Arab Peace Initiative, a deal Israel opposed. The initiative uses as its starting point a two-state solution, with the 1967 borders redrawn, meaning an Israeli pullout from territories captured in the '67 war. But a leading Palestinian advocacy group in Washington feels the Middle East has altered so dramatically, past initiatives should really only be used as guidelines.
The political landscape has changed in the Middle East, across the Middle East, especially the last couple of years. And you cannot go on with the old assumptions by the old paradigms.
Israeli settlement building is an obstacle to negotiations for the Palestinians, while the security implications of a Hamas-controlled Gaza is a problem for Israel. Professor Serwer, a former State Department employee, has spent much of his life working on conflict management, facilitating dialogue on an international level.
The question of borders has always been quite difficult, even though everybody's agreed it should be 67 borders adjusted with land swaps. The real problem there comes in the value of the land swaps, and in particular the question of Jerusalem and its surroundings, which is a difficult problem to solve.
For President Obama, the peace process may be more than just a vanity project, simply to bolster his legacy.
The Palestine-Israel issue keeps popping up everywhere, about Iraq, Syria, Yemen, whatever it is, because that's what the people feel very strongly about. So in order to make progress everywhere else, and to protect American interests, frankly, which I'm all for, you need to get this issue under control, some measure of control, either resolution or, short of that, to get it less of an irritant.
America may be keen to push ahead with the peace process, but America's top diplomat appears not to be acting in haste. America certainly sees the benefits in achieving peace, but to get both the Israelis and the Palestinians around the table, many analysts agree that President Obama and Secretary Kerry need to make it more politically acceptable, to move people towards the mindset of achievable compromise. Then, perhaps, the talking can begin. This is Nick Harper for JN1, Washington, D.C.